Landry and Stewart, only kids themselves. Married? Didn't ask.
Baby?
Bedroom. Looks straightforward.
Name?
Little girl, Gemma.
How old?
3 months.
Right. It's okay. I'm Andrew Monroe, Sun Hill Police. And this is Polly Page. I really am very sorry. Through there? Is Gemma through there?
No, wait. You can't. I mean, why are you here anyway?
In cases like this, sudden death, it's a legal requirement that the police are informed. Nothing to worry about. Would you prefer to come in with us? Polly. Push the door too. Now what?
Take a good look. See there's nothing suspicious. Blood, vomit, bruising, stuff like that. Anything internal would show up on the post-mortem.
Off you go then. See anything?
No, sir.
Floor? Walls?
Walls? I can't see anything, sir.
Right. Just pull the covers round her then. So, best get them out as soon as we can, hmm?
Sir.
I'm afraid I have to ask you a couple of questions. I'll be quick as I can. Can I have your full names, please?
Amanda Holmes.
Stuart Cotterill.
You're, not married. Are you Gemma's father?
No.
He should be informed.
You don't know who he is.
Okay. And when did you first realise something was wrong?
She was cold and...
All right, that's okay for now. I think we'll take them all to casualty.
About 8:30. When Stu brought in my tea.
And she hadn't been ill or anything? Right. Thank you. The ambulance is going to take Gemma to St Hugh's now, and I think it'd be a good idea if you both went with her. Amanda, would you like to take Gemma out to the ambulance?
No, I can't.
That's okay.
I will, if that's all right.
All right?
Would you like to take a seat outside and Sister will take care of her? It's only for a few moments. Then you can go back in. Or you can be with her in the chapel if you prefer.
What's she gonna do?
Just a formal examination for the certificate. The death certificate. So you do realise, of course, that there will have to be a full post-mortem examination later.
What, cut her up?
We don't want that.
It's the law, I'm afraid.
No, not Gemma.
But they might be able to find out what went wrong so they can find a cure.
No, I ain't having it.
Okay.
Okay, sister.
Thank you, Doctor. Okay.
Life pronounced extinct at 09:22.
Sorry?
I've got to record the exact time.
Yes, of course. Dr. Nita Chopra, Chopra. You might also put down that, to me, it looks like the baby's been hit on the back of the head. There's a large bruise under the hair.
I thought the name Stuart Cottrell rang a bell. I pulled him 5 years ago for burglary. He was 14, on the at-risk register, then into care. His dad was a thug, used to beat him up. And his mum. Anybody, in fact.
What about the mother, Amanda Holmes?
Nothing. What, you think like father, like son?
Yeah, maybe. Andrew,
Ready downstairs, sir.
is the clock running?
Just helping with inquiries so far. They've been split up.
Good. Have you got anything from them?
Well, she pretty much clammed up once the doctor dropped the bombshell. He says he can't understand it. Maybe the baby banged her head on the side of the cot or something.
It can happen.
The neighbours on either side can't throw much light on things. Mother's been taking these, though.
Lofepramine.
Probably for postnatal depression, according to the FME. We're trying to contact a GP to get some more background.
So overall, how do you read them?
Seem genuine enough?
But?
Well, Amanda didn't want anything to do with the body. Even go in the same room.
Well, that doesn't necessarily mean anything.
No. Plus, they were both dead set against a post-mortem.
Well, there's nothing unusual in that either.
Well, I'm just telling you.
Right, thanks. Tosh,
Yes, sir.
you can lead with her, softly.
Help me relax.
Help you cope with everything, I would have thought.
I'm wound up, you know.
What about?
Everything. Gemma, Stu,
What's the problem with Gemma?
dunno. Just doesn't like me.
How do you mean?
Dunno. Just screamed whenever I would come near her.
It must be very difficult. What about Stuart?
More patient than me. Could handle her.
So why were you wound up by him? Because you said earlier you were wound up about everything. Gemma, Stuart.
Has he ever hurt you, Amanda?
No,
So what's the problem there, then?
ain't a problem. Just
Just what?
I'm worried he might go. You know.
So basically, you've got no idea at all how your little girl, your little daughter, got a large bruise on the back of her head. Did you do it? But you didn't really like her, did you? It's all right, Amanda, there's no law saying you have to. Did Stuart hurt her?
He loved her.
Yes, but he's not her real father, is he?
Good as. Better.
I thought you didn't know who her real father was.
I don't. At least Stuart stuck around.
Look, Amanda, we don't know yet for sure what the cause of Gemma's death was, so that bruise might have nothing to do with it. We just want you to tell us how it came about. Because if you don't, and the post-mortem shows that Gemma's death was caused by a blow to the head, you and Stuart could be in serious trouble. So the best thing that you can do at this moment is tell us exactly what happened.
Won't get into trouble.
Well, I can't say until you tell me what's happened.
If it was an accident, I didn't mean it.
What?
It could have been me. lost me Ragsy when I put her to bed. I'd give her a shake, but she just wouldn't shut up. So I just bunged her in her cot, stuffed her dummy in and left her.
Yeah, well, when you bunged her in the cot, did her head bang against anything?
I don't know.
What do you think, boss?
Well, it doesn't sound enough to have killed her.
Baby's skulls are pretty thin. And she could have given Gemma a real whack against the cot for all we know.
Says she wasn't knocked unconscious. I think we should swap them around, see what he has to say.
So perhaps you'd like to tell us about last night. How was Gemma? When she went to sleep? When you went to bed? That sort of thing.
She was fine. She went to sleep about 6:30.
What about Manda and you?
I don't know. Same as usual, I suppose.
Which is what?
She crashes out around about 8 on the couch, wakes up, goes to bed about 10:30. I usually go a bit later.
Can't have much company for you, Manda.
I don't mind. Anyway, she just had a baby, ain't she?
So who put Gemma to bed last night?
Manda.
And that's usual?
Well, I do it, but I wanted to see the news.
And when you say Gemma was fine, was she asleep? I mean, was she just quiet, or was she crying?
Crying.
And when Manda took her into the bedroom, what was she like? Manda?
All right.
And when she put Gemma to sleep, did you hear anything?
Crying.
Nothing else? And what about when Manda came out?
Crying. It went on for a bit.
What did the crying sound like?
What do you mean?
Well, babies cry in different ways, you know that. They cry when they're hungry, when they're tired, when they're hurt.
It was just crying. I don't know, tired, you know.
When did it stop?
I don't know. Look, all this, it's hard, you know. Gemma was like mine, you know.
What time is it?
12:05.
Baby be having a bottle now. I should have one of my pills.
How do you know Manda didn't get up when you were asleep? Couldn't stand the crying or whatever? Did something to stop it?
No.
Why not?
Amanda's not like that.
But she didn't really like Gemma, did she?
Oh, that's not true. She just...
Just what?
Well, just switched off, that's all.
How do you mean?
Oh, I don't know. From Gemma and me. It was hormones and stuff. The doctor said it wouldn't last forever. She'd get better soon.
Women in that state have been known to harm their babies, Stuart.
Not Manda.
How do you know?
I know.
Well, she thinks she might have...
Tosh.
Yeah?
Has anybody asked you if you want to drink at all since you've been here, Stuart? Would you like a coffee?
Yeah, thanks.
Tosh.
Yes, Gov, yeah.
Milk with sugar. Black for me, please.
Right.
Now, don't worry, Stuart. We're not out to get Manda. There might be a perfectly innocent explanation for that bruise. Gemma may have banged her head on the rails of the cot, just like you said. My daughter used to do it. Scared as rotten. Anyway, the post-mortem might show it has nothing to do with her death at all.
Yeah, right.
So, you've had a pretty rough time of it by all accounts. Yeah, your dad. Taken into care. Tell me about him. Your dad.
What's he got to do with anything?
Well, I'm just curious, that's all. Reminds me of my old man, to tell the truth. He had a temper and all. Not so quick with his fists, perhaps, but I was still terrified of him. We all were. My mother, sisters. I couldn't wait to get out by the end. Didn't see him for years after. Not until just before he died, in fact. A shrunken old man in a hospital bed. It's hard to believe it was the same bloke. Where all that energy had gone, all that anger. Gave it to me, I reckon.
I ain't nothing like my dad.
Oh, no, I'm not saying you are. There aren't many blokes that do what you did. Take on another man's child. Amanda's very lucky, she knows it too. She really appreciates you.
Sorry.
Oh, there's nothing to be sorry about. There's one thing you learn in this business is that men can be just as sensitive as women. More sometimes. Things look clearer when you got kids, don't they? Have a different viewpoint somehow. It's tough though, isn't it, bringing them up?
Yeah, tell me about it.
Right. Ah, it's white, isn't it?
There you go. So.
Cheers. You know, sometimes I think it's even harder for the father than it is for the mother. Now, that's not a fashionable opinion, I know. But I mean, when my wife was pregnant with our first, she went into labour about 8 in the evening, and I rushed her to hospital. 3 hours later, it all stopped, you know, the contractions. And the midwife says, "You try and get some sleep, Mrs. Meadows." So she drifts off on the bed. I spent the night on the floor of the delivery room. There's not a thought for me. And the next day when she had our daughter, you know, I'm back and forth, I'm bringing things, I'm taking things, you know, I'm bringing up the family, I'm putting up cupboards. I've never been so busy. 2 days later, she comes home, she's as fresh as a daisy, and I'm on my knees. It's right, isn't it?
Yeah.
I expect you've been through that with Gemma.
Yeah, non-stop.
Had to look after them both in a way, didn't you? How do you manage it?
Oh, I don't know.
You must have loved them a lot.
Yeah. I mean, before Gemma, Amanda was... You could never keep her down. But then after, you could never get her up. Always just wanted to sleep.
Well, it's a permanent state if you're a parent. You know, it sometimes amazes me there aren't more accidents. I mean, you can understand it. I mean, you're dog-tired. You forget to check whether the baby bounds are secure or the high chair or whatever. It tips over and suddenly...
Didn't happen to Gemma.
No, I'm not saying it did.
I looked after her.
Good.
Sir.
Excuse me. Well, Stuart, just heard from St. Hughes. The probable cause of Gemma's death was a fractured skull. Now, we'll get the full post-mortem report later this afternoon, and that should tell us a lot more. But before it arrives, is there anything that you want to tell me? Only, so far you've said that Amanda wouldn't hurt Gemma, and you've just said it wasn't an accident. So that doesn't leave me many options, does it, Stuart? Kids change people. I know, I've got to. I mean, I was shocked. I don't just mean the nappies and sleepless nights and all that. I mean how I felt. And I was jealous of my own daughter, all the attention she was getting. There was one time I was listening to an old radio broadcast. It was made on the day that peace was declared in Europe at the end of the war. And I just burst into tears. There was another time I was up with our first. She was 5, 6 weeks old. It must have been about 4 in the morning. And I was walking up and down with her. She'd been crying, and I was trying to get her to sleep. And how can I describe it? I was patting her on the back. I was totally calm. And suddenly this rage came out of nowhere. And I shook her hard and I said, "Shut it!" Just like my dad. And then it went, just like that, back into the dark. You know what I mean? I mean, one minute you're calm and the next... I mean, you can understand it. And I'm sure a lot of parents with young children go through that at some stage. I expect you have with Gemma. Is that what happened last night, Stuart? He just snapped.
Yeah.
Well, before we go any further, I'm arresting you for the murder of Gemma Holmes.
Yeah.
You don't have to say anything, but anything you do say may be given in evidence. Do you understand?
I couldn't help it.
How many you got in, Matt?
Just 4 at the moment, sir.
Book him, Matt. It's murder. Then we'll do a full interview.
Full name?
Man, I don't know nothing about what happened.
What did happen?
It's like you said. I was walking up and down in the sitting room. I've been up a couple of times already. I don't know what it was. Colleague or something. I was doing this sort of route march, a sort of chant thing. Gemma, 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 I loves little Gemma. It worked before. Only last night, I had her on my shoulder. She was screaming in my ear. Suddenly, just threw her.
What do you mean?
I just threw her. With 2 hands.
What, on the floor?
Just away. I heard this thud. Then nothing. She weren't crying no more.
You think the CPS will go with us, eh? Murder?
Why not?
Well, it could be manslaughter. Extenuating circumstances.
Either way, he's looking at life. Different story, of course, if it had been the mother. The brief would say her hormones were all out of whack and get her off with a 2-year suspended.
Did you mean all that, by the way? About your daughter and everything?
No, she slept through from day one. Besides, we're not allowed to suffer from postnatal depression, are we? Thank you, Polly.
You got my pills?
Yes. Yeah, he's confessed to murder.
What about her?
Can I see him?
Manda, he killed your baby.
But I love him.